What's going on, guys? Hope all is good with you. I've been really busy because I've been, working on a new track. It's right here on Pro Tools, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So this is just a quick video about Pro Tools and my take on it. As I talked about before, I talked about Logic and the uses of Logic and how it's truly an amazing software. Well, Pro Tools now is also another great software to use for your production or whatever it may be. So Pro Tools is the leading industry software. This is what they use for all the movies you guys watch. Well, I guess majority of it, but the movies, all the sound editing, everything is done through Pro Tools. It's what the industry people use. It's what the big guys use. So at the beginning, I was using FL Studio, which is also a great software, mind you. And each software is capable of doing their own thing, and the quality from each of the softwares that they produce is good. But Pro Tools has been in the industry, in the game, for the longest time. So and that's what most of the big guys out there use. So I said, you know what, it's time for me to actually go and make that investment of getting Pro Tools and working with that, so that pretty much when I have to work on any projects, and if I had to transfer projects to some other engineers, engineers, it'll be easy for them to just take a session which you save on Pro Tools and open it up in their Pro Tools software. So Pro Tools is a really good software, really good tool to use. I would suggest, you can use it as a beginner as well, but the way I went about it was I began with FL Studio, and I learned how to mix and do things, do beats and create whatever I needed to create on that. Then I moved over to Logic, because Logic has got its own amazing sounds, as and from the last video that I posted up. So they Logic has got like a lot of sound samples to work with and whatnot. And what I would do is, like, I would take all the work that I've done in in Logic or FL Studio, and I would move it into Pro Tools, and that's when I start to do my mixes. So with Pro Tools, like you can see here, everything is neatly organized. This is my next track coming up in a bit, so I'm gonna just be recording some vocals right now. So whoa, got it right here. Check this out. Got my SE space filter. I did a review on that too. You gotta check that out if you wanna do some of your vocal recording. Really great tool to have in your house or studio. So Pro Tools, for those of you who want to use it, I would recommend getting it because many of the plugins that they have, which you can use in Pro Tools, are amazing. It defines quality. You can actually see all the kind of plugins that there are to offer. I think it's Air for Pro Tools, if I'm not mistaken. So what I'm trying to say is, like, there is a lot of plugins for Pro Tools. You can use a lot of third-party stuff, depending on what you want to go with and what you want to use. I'm using I bought some stuff for Pro Tools, like the Stereo One Imager, VOG, they call it the Voice of God. I'll do some reviews on those too, to show you what each of the plugins do. But just on a note for Pro Tools, as a user, it takes a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, and get to understanding how to put sends and how to use do buses and use your plugins and work with things, it becomes really amazing. So Pro Tools, like I said, is the industry leading software. This is what big guys use in the industry. So if you're thinking of getting your rep up and getting your knowledge up, I would highly recommend using Pro Tools, along with the other DAWs as well. It's always good to start at a smaller level, or I wouldn't necessarily use that word smaller level, but all those DAWs that I mentioned, FL Studio, Logic, and Pro Tools. Well, these are just the three that I use. There's other softwares out there like Reason, but I haven't touched base on that. But Pro Tools is what you need if you want to play with the big guys and work with the big guys. If you guys need any want to know any questions or whatever it is, hit a comment below, write a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit the comment. I don't know why you want to hit the comment. Hit the subscribe button below. Follow my stuff, follow my journey. Pretty much, I'm just showing you guys whatever I use and whatever I work with to work on my music and my tunes. So when I become famous and when I become big, you guys can follow my footsteps and see whatever I did to get where I'm at. So keep on watching my videos, sharing. If you feel like you want to mention anything or you want me to talk about anything, let me know. Then again, please do comment and do subscribe. Okay, until then, we'll talk to you next time.